Hi, welcome to Zenagallery. My name is Zena, and I will be providing a quick message. Well, looking at the cards, I don't know if it'll be quick, but I'm gonna do my best to try to get it out. Today, like the energy is super, I don't know, intense, I would say. So I'm just gonna see what I see here. So far I see, as far as destiny, focus on gratitude, not perfection, balance. Try to create the balance in between the destiny, your destiny, our destiny, gratitude and perfection, enlightenment. So shed some light on your self-worth and the make sure you're also shedding light on, I would say, like your environment around you. It may be people that are around you that have low self-worth, so they aren't being positive or responding to the enlightenment that you are basically taking on your self-worth. Remember, this is your destiny, okay? Make sure to stay out of victimhood and isolate. Well, not victimhood, I would say just make sure to stay out of feeling like the victim, okay, and isolating yourself. That's gonna create grief. Uh, or if there is already any grief, it may trigger any grief inside as far as emotional health. Make sure you're focusing on like your instinct, your animal instinct. So I don't know exactly what, um, as far as like everybody's their own different animal or beast or whatever, but make sure you're using your animal instinct, which I say animal instinct because like your duality, like your, even if you're a man or woman, so your masculine side of things, that make sure to take into action, okay? So like don't just be like more playing victim or feeling like a victim, causing isolation and just allowing the grief to take over your animal instinct, because this is like a spiritual quest, an individual spiritual quest, and there is, obviously the collective is forcing you to go on the path that you're supposed to go on, even if you don't want to. That's what I'm getting. Because it's forcing you to, so that you can get out of this grief and out of the isolation and out of the people or the environment that are just like, not good for growth, or just don't want to grow, or just are being, I would say being, like holding you back from growing, okay? Um, Focus on your joy and your faith, of course. Be, I would say, it's okay as far as like your faith to be private about it. Remember, like everybody, is entitled to their own beliefs. So with the faith, I see it's gonna be like based on what you believe. Nobody can have faith for you. You can have people that pray for you, but this is more about like your faith. What do you believe you're worth? Do you believe that you want to grow? Do you believe that you are capable of having joy? And are you using your animal instincts and kind of like not tagging along on somebody else's beliefs? So make sure you're being private about that as far as the faith, internally, when you are using your animal instinct. That's what I'm getting. Because this is a completion. The old you is basically passed away and gone. This is a new you. There's a completion. So you shouldn't be holding on to anything that's just like, old and not making you feel joy and whatever doesn't make you feel like you're on your quest, okay? And also, you shouldn't be feeling guilty about anything either. Make sure, because you are completing or using your animal instincts, or be trying to find your joy or working on your faith, don't allow, you know, don't like sit in guilt, okay? Like nobody's perfect, um, life is life. We're all learning as we go, and things happen, and don't allow guilt to hold you down, like keep you, you know, guilty about anything, I guess. Yeah, so let me see. Let me show you the card here. So like guilt, see how kind of like there's like a handcuff, like shackled to like, don't feel guilty because, or possibly what I get with this, or maybe, yeah, I would just say, just don't feel guilty, okay? I mean, only you would know if that applies to you. Okay, so I'm going to keep going and just see what else. All right, let's see. What are we on? 5 minutes? Okay, doing good. All right. Let's see. Anything else? All right. Perseverance. Okay, perseverance is always going to be bittersweet. You know, you got to take the good with the bad. Like, I know it is, perseverance is just like, oh, it'll wear you out. Like sometimes I don't even have the perseverance to just like get up and do whatever, right? So like I had mad laundry. I did the laundry, folded it, had it in the bag, laundry bag, and this I didn't feel like bringing it up. So like it's always going to be bittersweet, but I know if I get it done, then okay, you know, I'm completing my task here. So just keep in mind that perseverance is always bittersweet. All right, let's see, keep going. And this reading is just like to get any blockages in like our chakra alignment, any energy that's kind of like stagnant or things that we're kind of dwelling on repeatedly. Let's see. Yeah, just continue to focus on perseverance and expansion, or so that you can create expansion for yourself. Don't live in a facade, okay? Like don't live in an illusion. Like, you know, perseverance and expansion, okay, you know, things happen. You know, it's time to make an adjustment. I'm getting, stop wasting your life or time living in a facade, like something that's just not. Let me keep going and see here. Yeah, it's time to like release the facade. So, well, it's time to release something that's just like dead and gone. Like, you see how it's just like a grave? Like, just release it. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Uh-oh. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, once you release it, there's a miracle, abundance. I'm getting impatience when it comes to materialistic things, possibly, or impatience when it comes to maybe people judging you or being judged, or maybe you're concerned about what people think of you that are materialistic people themselves, or that they are living a lie, or whatever the case they got going on, or living on, maybe they live on a pedestal and they're kind of like looking down on you. Let's see, let me keep going. Yeah, accept yourself. Like, accept, it's all about accepting yourself and how you feel, and like what do you feel about you? Like, accept that. Like, don't, let's see, yeah, like, it's time for you to accept yourself for who you are and not focusing on what outsiders may think of you or want you to be. And basically, don't sit and waste your life away, because if you are unfortunately in that energy, then yeah, you are wasting your life away. And then before it's all over, then you just wasted your life away, basically. And that's it. That's really what I'm getting with that. All right, let me keep going. All right, anything else? Let's see. Yeah, okay, so yeah, before, of course, not wasting your life away, and then passion comes out. So like, what are your passions? Like, focus on your passion. I feel like everybody is, as far as a whole, humanity should be focused on passions and growth And let's see what this workaholic is about. Let's see, workaholic. Yeah, so it seems like a lot of the work that you put in, you may feel it's not good enough, and that is working on your self-esteem. So like you feel like possibly you feel like all the work that you put in or doing and it's just not good enough, and it's working on your self-esteem and your wisdom, is making you feel like you don't know what you're doing, or you don't have wisdom. Let me keep going. Yeah, it's making you feel complacent and just like stuck, and you're not stuck. What's going on is that the routine, or maybe the lack of routine, is making you feel stuck, but you are absolutely not stuck. Let me keep going. Yeah, so if you forgive yourself, okay, and basically don't allow, dark energy, any like past childhood trauma or insecurities, or any type of insecurity, old relationships, new relationships, anything that like you cared about that came from your heart, as long as you're not allowing that to affect your heart, okay? Like you see like a little red little animal here trying to like poke holes in the heart and causing insecurities, or making you not feel, making you not feel like you have wisdom, and making you feel like all the work you put in is just not good enough, or you're not good enough. It's making you not feel like you're good enough, okay? Let me keep going. But you have duality, okay? Early in the reading, we were talking about the animal instinct. So your animal instinct, you have that, okay? And you also have like your spiritual wisdom, like your knowledge, and you have to use both, because unfortunately, like, there's a lot of trickery going on, a lot of like, I say with trickery, I say like con artists, scam shit, like stuff that's just like not real. It's like we're feeding on maybe you being naive about something. Not, I feel like being naive. Yeah, it's time to like discover like not only who you are, but like discover what makes your heart feel happy or feel love, or it's time to discover yourself. That's what I'm getting here. It's just self-discovery for self. Yeah. Creation, yeah. Yeah, so creation, recovery, and renewal. Yeah, so it's time to discover yourself. Discover not only what the Creator has made you, but recovery and renewal. Like, so with this recovery, I feel like it's time to like focus on the renewal. So recovery is like you're past recovery, okay? So you don't really need to recover. I mean, of course, if you're hurt and feeling grief, then yeah, you need to recover. But I feel like deep down inside, like you have recovered from a lot of things. So like give yourself a lot of credit, all right? And focus more on a renewal instead of the recovery part of it. Like, for instance, like say you've been going to like a therapist, and you're just like, oh, I go to a therapist all the time, and I'm just like, things ain't still working out. It's like you're focusing more on that instead of like the renewal part. It's like, okay, yeah, still go to your therapist, do what you gotta do, but start like doing stuff to make you feel like you've passed the therapist part, as in like, oh, you know, I'm still going to therapy, I'm still working through it, that's fine, but add some stuff to your schedule that makes you feel renewed. So maybe massage, or maybe stuff that makes you feel happy, I would say. I can't really think right now. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so renewal, and stop focusing on possibly like the perception of what you're giving off, okay? The perception that you're giving off of like what people think of you, okay? Because it's keeping you in that confused energy, okay? And it's also got you feeling like a, what is it, imposter, like a fraud. It's making you feel like imposter syndrome, possibly, right? Like, and yeah, it probably is like a lot of gossip going on, because you want to know what? Because people be fucking hating. So like, fuck all of that. You did what you want to do. Just continue to like say prayer, you know, like don't worry about what people possibly are thinking or saying or whatever the fuck they got going on, okay? This is your life. That's kind of like what I'm getting here with this reading. Like, this is your life. You've possibly been through a lot, like we all have, and you know, as far as working on self-worth and our journey and our destiny and gratitude and balance, it is hard. And you know, unfortunately, when you've outgrown a lot of people that, you know, may have been around when you were down or not doing too well, they're not going to like the fact that possibly, you know, you're growing, and or maybe you just, you know, want to do something else with your life. And what happens is, you know, it becomes really tough to be around that. So it makes you feel like you're not growing or something's wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. And as far as service, I get the last card. I feel like service, what was the last card? Hold on one second. Let's see. How many minutes am I on? 12? Alright, almost finished. Last card, because I feel like this is a message. Alright, let's see. Rejection. Okay, so yeah, the imposter syndrome. So like perception, confusion, and imposter syndrome, where you feel like, okay, I'm a fraud, because you've been doing service for others, and that could include, you know, parents, siblings, friends, whoever. Like, it's no more time for that. Like, this is time for you to do your thing, okay? It's not time for you to be taking care of nobody as their baby. We're all adults at this time, and we're in a spiritual warfare, and it's time for you to take care of yourself, okay? And it's, don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with, you know, being of service to others, but unfortunately, if, you know, you don't have the capacity to do that, and it's making you, you know, causing an imbalance within yourself, and you've accomplished all these things, then, you know, you can't be of service to others. And unfortunately, that saying is, sometimes you can't share your blessings with everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. Like, because God doesn't want that. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, I'm getting maybe lack of appreciation, or people judging, or people gossiping, or people just like not appreciative, or maybe just possibly treating you like shit because, you know, you possibly accomplished a lot, whoever this is, or whoever this may be for. Okay? Okay, so let me see how many minutes I got here. Alright, so I think I'm going to just end it there, because this took a little bit longer than what I wanted to take. Alright, so my name is Zena. Thank you for watching Zenagallery, and I hope this message has helped somebody. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is what I'll do. I'll pull one here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this was what I got. You are a great catch. So this is a reminder, okay? You are a great catch. Alright. Thank you. Have a good evening.